My job took away our chairs. For context, I work in a gift shop information center for the city I live in. Our shifts are from 106 with a 30-minute lunch. About a year ago we had an employee who had a bad hip and couldn't stand for the full shift, and we finally got chairs that we were allowed to use when there were no customers. That employee eventually left, but the chairs stayed. And as long as we stood up when we had customers, it was fine. Recently, we got a new manager and he took the chairs away because we were abusing them and neglecting our job, and put up a list of downtime activities. Cleaning, restocking, etc. All stuff we already did. Yesterday I had to stay 5 hours after my shift because the door wouldn't lock, and I had to wait for a maintenance worker to come and fix it because my manager lives an hour away and was at the vet with his dog. Now I am at work today, exhausted and forced to stand for nearly 8 hours. TLDR. Used to have chairs. They got removed and we now have to stand for 8 hours. I find the mentality that workers should always be standing up such a stupid one. People can still do their work sitting down, and it's normal for people to want to sit down once in a while. I have a really bad ankle injury and can't stay standing up for long periods because of pain. For that reason I can't work in some field because of the everyone should always be standing mentality. Talk to your doctor for a note. Anyone will be in pain after a few hours of standing. Everyone qualifies for reasonable accommodations. Getting the chairs back is in your power. In your position, I would be sitting on the desk or on the floor. Complete cruelty. Most humans cannot comfortably stand for 34 hours, let alone 8. Just sit on the floor, or lie down, edit, plank on the counter. Tell us the name of this gift shop so we can email and call them and tell them to give the chairs back. California has a wonderful law. I love my state. According to KPCC News, the California Supreme Court has ruled that all employees are entitled to a seat at work. California law requires that an employer allow an employee to sit while on the job and provide the seating, if the nature of the work reasonably permits the use of seats. Employers in California must provide a chair to any worker that wants one. Chase Bank and CVS tried to argue to the Supreme Court that their cashiers had to stand because the nature of their work included the impression that the employee gives off. Chase and CVS argued that customer perception wasn't as good for cashiers and tellers who sit. The Supreme Court rejected this argument, holding that employers in California must provide a chair to any worker that wants one, reports KPCC. There's an older woman, probably in her 70s, who works at the grocery store I go to. I saw her hunched over one day and it irked me. I went to the manager and asked if she could have a stool. She's obviously uncomfortable. He said she refused. So I told him she's most likely self-conscious, and if everyone was offered a stool, she'd use it. I also mentioned that all the grocery stores in Europe have cashiers in stools and America is an anomaly. He found that interesting. The next week everyone was on a stool, including my girl Gladys. It's been that way for 2 years. Get a friend to complain to the manager the employees look tired and they should have a place to sit. Get as many people you know to comment on how employees should be allowed to sit. Good luck. They did this at my grandma's job one time, and the next week people had brought in lawn chairs for a replacement. If you're in the UK, there's a legal right to sit, and the employer must provide seating by law. I just think that if people were actually lazy by sitting down, office workers wouldn't have chairs either. It's just dumb people have that mentality in a retail setting. You're not working hard unless you're suffering, can kiss my ass. If the boss has a chair, be sure to take that one away as well. You've got a real hard charger of a boss there. Downtime activities, it's a goddamned gift shop, tourist info center. Not launch control for a shuttle mission. Managers who won't let employees sit shouldn't be in management positions. I always buy pro Vans. I used to buy ultra high-end running shoes. There are helpful insoles out there too. I plan to also wear these Vans during the revolution. They're very sturdy. My last job took away our stools and anti-fatigue mats to deter us from standing around at the till. We were cashiers. They still can't find anyone who wants to work there. One of my last jobs, the management owners would say, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean. I was approaching 60 and would lean on the counter to relieve back pain from years of manual labor. Sometimes it was all I could do to get through the day. Of course, anytime I went to the office, they had air conditioning and were always seated in nice cushioned chairs. My saying is, why do you want to piss off the people that make money for you? Sounds like you just got a hip problem. Time to get a note from your doctor. I really wish there was a way to know when places I do business with are needlessly cruel like this. Because given a choice, I would avoid them. I just don't get the no chairs thing. Like, why do I care what's happening behind the counter?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.